Hi everyone, Heather here from eCourse Alley. Today we're going to look at the letter B, clickable buttons and branching interactions, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create a branching interaction from scratch. So without further ado, let's get started and I'll see you back here after the videos. Hi everyone, so today we're going to look at the letter B, buttons and branching interactions for Articulate Storyline 360 A to Z. So what we're going to do today is we're going to create clickable buttons. We're going to customize them and add triggers and modify states. Now we did cover this in the previous video a little bit, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth today. We're also going to create a simple branching interaction using the clickable buttons. So first I want to just go over what we're going to create. So the scenario is going to be your best friend wants you to go to a party on Saturday night, but you have to babysit. How do you respond? There are going to be two sets of questions and then the end result. So there will be three paths to build for this branching interaction determined by the three initial answer choices. Now I'm going to go over this and you'll see what I mean in a second. We're going to first look at the example and then I'll show you a flow chart of how to build this. So there's a possibility of 8 different outcomes depending on what path is chosen. And I'll show you that as well. So the first path has 3 different answers, and then the second one has 2, and then the third one has 3. So that's how you get 8. So we're now going to look at the example, and then I'll go through it a little more in detail. So this is the first scene of the scenario. Your best friend calls you on Friday to invite you to a lavish party on Saturday night. However, you already promised your sister that you would babysit your niece. How would you respond? Choose a response to continue. So these are the 3 initial answers here. So this first one will lead to path A, this one is path B, and this one's path C. So we're going to look at path A first. Sure, sounds like fun, count me in. So when you click on that one, you go to scene 2. You decide to talk to your sister and tell her that something has come up. You hope she will understand. She asks you what it is that is so important. How do you respond? Choose a response to continue. So now with path A, you have 3 different other answers here that will lead to the 3 outcomes. So I was invited to go to a party Saturday night. I need to help one of my friends move. I have a date Saturday night. So let's look at the first one. So in scene 3, you told the truth. Well done. Your sister is understanding because she remembers what it's like to be in college. I mean, she's only a bit older than you. Fortunately, she is able to get her best friend to fill in last minute to babysit on Saturday night. So that's the end result for that one. So now I've built in a button here, try again. So you can go back to the beginning and try a different scenario, different choices. So now we're back at scene 1 again. So let's go to path A, but we're going to choose the second response. So we're going to choose, I need to help one of my friends move. Are you sure that's true? Your sister finds out the next day that you actually went to a party and is not too happy. So let's try again. Path A, and we'll go to the third choice. I have a date Saturday night. Again, you didn't tell the truth, so your sister isn't too happy. So that's path A. Now let's go to path B. Sorry, I have to babysit my niece on Saturday, so you tell them that you can't go. Scene 2 for path B, your friend really wants you to go to a party with her. She asks if you could see if your sister would be able to find another babysitter for Saturday. How do you respond? So we have 2 choices for this one. You're either saying, sure, I'll ask, it doesn't hurt to try, or I can't, she doesn't trust anyone else. So let's choose, sure, I'll ask, it doesn't hurt to try. You ask your sister about finding another babysitter, telling her there is a great party you would like to go to. She understands and is able to get her best friend to babysit last minute. So now let's try again. And we will go to the second choice for path B. So let's go back to path B. And let's choose the second one, I can't. She doesn't trust anyone else. You stick to the original plan and don't ask your sister about finding another babysitter. Your sister asked you first, anyhow. All right, so that's it for path B. And so let's go back again and I'll show you path C. So path C is, I have to babysit on Saturday, but I can try to come later on. In scene 2, you ask your sister how late she needs you for babysitting. How does she respond? She either needs you for 10 p.m., 11 p.m., or 12 a.m. So let's choose the first one, 10 p.m. Since your sister only needs you until 10 p.m., you are able to head to the party afterwards. So that's the end of that one. Let's go back to path C and let's choose 11 p.m. Even though your sister needs you until 11 p.m., there is still time to at least make an appearance at the party. Let's try again and go to 12 a.m. Since your sister needs you until midnight, there really isn't much point to going to a party that late. All right, so that's it. Those are all the outcomes. We just went through everything, and this is what I'm going to show you how to build step by step. But first, I'm going to show you the flow chart, just how to look at this. This helps to figure out how to build this in Storyline. And I've also created a document for you with screenshots of all of the questions. So it's built off of this interactive diagram here. You can see if I hover over, you can see the question. So I've created that for you. It'll be in the description for the video. So please download that. It'll help you immensely to build the interaction. So I'm just going to show you here, this first one, Q, just represents the main question. Path A is your first initial answer. Path B is your second one, and path C is your third one. And that leads to the different paths. So this is the scene 2, the second question or second situation. And then the 3 answers there, which lead to the 3 outcomes for path A. And then path B, we have the second question there or situation, leads to these 2 answers, which leads to these 2 outcomes. And then path C, we have the third situation there, leads to these 3 answers and these 3 outcomes. So it's all laid out there, and you can download that document to help you out when we go to build this step by step. All right, so let's now try this. Let's build this step by step. I'll walk you through it and hope you enjoy. Thank you.